Welcome back, guys, to the Empire Collective Cup Game 3. This is attempt number 2, as it was just restarted by Lojza, which means both players have now used their restarts, or both their restarts, and that we can no longer see any more restarts this series of games. But it is 1-1, and this is Game 3 now, which means that it's a very important game, because whoever wins this game has the potential to win, and whoever loses this game can only hope to draw this set of games. So this is going to be a really important one for both players, and it's Mr. Yo's home map. He's chosen to play on Migration, and I don't know how Lojza's going to feel about that. Obviously, Mr. Yo won that first game, which was on Descent Ring, and that is, of course, a water map. Migration, it's, well, it's a pretty big water map. It's also kind of an interesting one, because it does actually become really important to win the land as the game goes on. So, obviously, water map. But Lojza here, off to a little bit of an awkward start. He's not found his sheep yet, and the resources on Migration can be really difficult to find. And you can see Lojza, he's made all of his villagers, and he only has one deer under the TC. He's still not found his sheep. They are hiding all the way on the opposite side of the island, and there's the two on the right side here which he's not found. He is pushing those deer into the TC, but this is going to be messy. His TC falling idle here, and he's had to force drop off resources as well with these villagers. He will, however, be able to push these deer in comfortably, but I mean, that's less than ideal, to say the least. Migration, a pretty awkward map. Mr. Yo, on the other hand, looking a lot better. He's already one villager ahead. He's going to be 2 villagers ahead in just a second. He's not had to do looms so far, and he's not had any villager or TC idle time either. He's at 10 vills. Lojza's at 8, and this already looks like it's going down the pan for Lojza at the moment, as these villagers fall idle, and this deer, well, it's not going to last much longer. He's desperately trying to find the sheep. There they are, and he's going to find the other 2 on the peninsula, but he's going the wrong way. Goodness me, the hardships, the anguish of playing Migration, my god, it's such a difficult map when you don't find your resources at the start. It's so very awkward. I think Lojza's going to be alright. Obviously, a little bit of idle time here. He'll put the villagers onto the trees here. He doesn't want this to happen. More TC idle time. This is getting cringe-worthy at this point. Mr. Yo, a little bit of TC idle time as well, it seems, but he is just keeping vills coming out right now, and his dock is coming up a little faster as well. Lojza's dock is on the way up on the right side, but it's coming up a lot slower. This TC right here is still idle. He needs to force drop vills again, and he knows that this is a horrendous Dark Age. He knows that this is about as bad as they come. So he is going to have a real uphill struggle this game to try and catch up from this terrible start. He's 2 vills behind. And of course, Mr. Yo here probably going to pull ahead quite quickly. Now, this is a very standard Migration map. Sometimes, I mean, in fact, we've seen this quite recently. I think it was the Viper versus someone else. I can't remember who. Have a quick drink, sorry. We've seen Migration maps where the players actually start really close together, and that's really unusual. Now on this map, it's very standard. The main island, pretty much, it completely separates both islands, making it really, a long way to travel to get around the edge and then loop back around and get to your opponent. So rushing is really uncommon on this map for that reason. And also because with the non-standard starting resources, with having no boar, with having less sheep, generally speaking, players aren't too happy with that, and they more often than not will make more fishing ships to compensate as well. But we'll have to wait and see how that one goes down. I'm saying it again, that's my catchphrase at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, it's funny because it's so annoying, but it's also very true as well, because obviously we can only predict what these players might do. So there's a little bit of pausing at the moment. And the reason for that is because one of the players decided to pause the game. Yeah, that's right. I don't know, maybe Mr. Yo lagging a little bit again. Mr. Yo has had a few problems with lag this series, but yeah. It seems like Mr. Yo is ahead in fish. He's going to have his 3rd ship out before Lojza's. In fact, there it is. So he's about 50% ahead on fishing ship production. He's also 2 villagers ahead still, and that's unlikely to change. Mr. Yo is looking great, and I think Mr. Yo could actually get away with a fast feudal here if he wants to, or maybe even maybe even Lojza could get away with a fast feudal and try and get very, very aggressive. So Razlary wants to know how I got the stats on the UI. It's actually a mod called Spectator Dashboard, and it's available on Voobly. It doesn't exist for AoE HD. I'm not sure how they did this. I don't know how this mod worked, but it's absolutely awesome, and I really wish that there was something similar for AoE HD, to be honest with you. They're saying that don't actually spectate too many games in AoE HD. More play it. It's a lot more casual, you know. There's no like expert pro scene on AoE HD. But it's still just as much fun. And with the African Kingdoms coming out, going to be really, really exciting. I cannot wait for that. It's going to be awesome. Fun little factlet for you. It was going to be called the African Kings, and then they decided, or that was one of the options, and then they decided to call it the African Kingdoms instead, which I think is a better name than the African Kings. There's no lag, it's just the game being paused. Whenever it says waiting for players at the bottom, it means that one of the players has paused the game. So Mr. Yo doing a very standard build up here. He's got his second dock coming up on this right hand side, and he'll probably then go for a third dock as well. It's not uncommon to see players do 3 docks on this map. Looks like Lojza might be tempted to do his second dock very soon. Though currently scouting around the shoreline, it doesn't look like he will. And in fact, I think Lojza might be very tempted here. Maybe very tempted to do a fast feudal. He's got enough food under this TC, on this sheep, and with these fish to do a fast feudal. If he does a fast feudal, that's going to be absolutely awesome for him. If he can do the damage to Mr. Yo, we'll have to wait and see. But this could be a great example of the different playstyles on migration. Thank you very much, Harry T. Levine. I got it right. I don't know. I always read it in my head as Harry Levantine. I have no idea why. But Harry T. Levine, thank you very much for subscribing. Much appreciated. Welcome to the Wallow Warlords. Welcome, welcome. Maybe Lojza heard my commentary and heard me say about the fast feudal. Okay, so we got to think, why is Lojza doing a fast feudal here? It's definitely against the meta game. Oh, here we go.
I love the stream. Keep up the work, my good sir.
Thank you for the tribute, Bluey. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed this stream. I'm feeling enthusiastic about streaming at the moment, and with African Kingdoms coming out, I think I will be streaming and doing a lot of videos about that, because it's going to be awesome. So thank you for your tribute, it's much appreciated. Lojza here then, we got to ask ourselves, why is he doing a fast feudal? Okay, so he's down by villagers. He knows he's had an absolutely trash Dark Age. He knows that if he does the metagame, which is do a fast castle on this map, make a huge number of fishing ships, he knows if he does that, he's going to be in a lot of trouble because he's behind already. So he has to equalize somehow. He has to do some economic damage to Mr. Yo in order to catch up, because he can't rely on Mr. Yo to make mistakes. That's kind of, you know, self-explanatory. It's pretty obvious. You can't rely on your opponent to make mistakes. You have to, you know, kind of catch up by killing their economy. So Lojza, he's done a fast feudal, he's making galleys, and he's going to go straight over the other side of the map. Now this is a good example of how the two different styles of play here, the Grush versus the fast castle, works. Mr. Yo, he's doing a very typical metagame. He's got 16 fish, he's got 29 villagers, he's going up to the feudal age a lot later, but he will be going up to the castle age soon after. And what he is planning to do here is fast castle and take advantage of the fact that the rush distance is so huge. Bear in mind, Lojza has no idea where Mr. Yo is. He's not even got his first galley out yet, and by the time his galleys make it over there, which is surprisingly accurate, where he's put his gather point, he's put it right, hold on, you'll see on the mini-map, there you go, look, there's his gather point. What's through the fog of war? Oh look, it's basically Mr. Yo's dock. But by the time his galleys get over there, Mr. Yo will be feudal. Mr. Yo will be able to start making his own galleys, and because he's seen Lojza do this feudal age a lot faster, he's going to make galleys a lot faster. So 3 galleys coming out, or 2 galleys coming out, in fact 3, yes, coming out, with a 4th dock coming up. Mr. Yo probably going to have the galleys out in time to defend, because Lojza's got such a long way to travel. Mr. Yo might find himself losing a couple of fish, but at the same time, does he really care? Probably not, because he's about to click up to the castle age. Blacksmith coming down, he'll build a market in just a second, and he's got 800 food nearly already. He's got the 200 gold he needs to go up. There's Lojza's galleys, slippity-doo, slipping past the fishing ship, and Mr. Yo, right, we're going to lose how many fishing ships? 1, maybe 2, and then the next thing you know, Mr. Yo's got his galleys here, and he's going to defend it. He might lose a galley or 2 as well, who knows, but with 4 docks, he will have more production. Lojza, how many docks? Just 3, and there's the market and blacksmith. Will he be able to fast castle, though? That is the question. Will he be able to pull it off? Well, at the moment, he's 100 food away. If he sells his stone, he actually will be able to do it. And, oh, Mr. Yo's later on the market. Mr. Yo actually doing fletching right now. That's going to slow his time down a little bit. And Lojza, oh my god, I can't believe that. Lojza actually made it up first as well. Unbelievable. That is very surprising. I think the reason Lojza made it up a little bit faster is because he didn't build the 4th dock. And maybe Mr. Yo overreacted a little bit to this fast feudal aggression, but whether or not it's paid off, I don't know. He's killed 1 fishing ship, and right now, Mr. Yo still has 2 more fish, he still has 2 more villagers, and in my opinion, he still has every advantage. I don't think Mr. Yo did enough damage, really. I mean, he did, what, 1 or 2 fishing ship kills? I think 2 fishing ship kills, that's not enough, in my opinion. Lojza, though, 4th dock coming up, and he's now going to have, obviously, a lot of more production. He should be able to put down his university straight away. That's generally the meta here, to throw down the uni. But Lojza definitely played that a little differently. He could have fast feudal a little bit earlier and done a little bit more damage, perhaps. But I think it's too risky to just do a full-out feudal galley rush on this map. The fast castle is the meta for a reason. It's incredibly strong. And as you saw there, Mr. Yo able to defend even after making more fishing ships overall. Anyway, Mr. Yo on the left side coming around with a couple of galleys. He's going to try and find some more fish. Lojza has enough galleys to defend. They both have fletching, so it's basically going to be either a tie there. It's going to come down to micro maybe. But either way, both players so close in time to the castle age that it's not going to make a huge amount of difference for Lojza here that he's slightly faster. He's probably surprised that he's faster though, I think. I think so, anyway. Shouldn't make a difference. Anyway, Bodkin Arrow, War Galley for Lojza, coming right up. There's the uni for Mr. Yo. There's the uni for Lojza. Pretty expected stuff. They're both looking for ballistics very quickly. Now, the thing I like about this map is that both players really going to go very much into water here. They're both going to be trying to make as many galleys and such as they can. However, as the game goes on, it becomes more and more important to take the center control. And before we see an engagement, we're going to have a quick look where the gold is on this map. You'll see there's a gold pile on the south here, there's a gold pile on the north, and there's a gold pile. That's it. Is that it? Wow, that's unusual. Usually there's 3 gold piles. Or more often than not, there's 3 gold piles. So these gold piles are actually fairly even. You've got 1 close to Mr. Yo, and you've got 1 close to Lojza on the top. But yeah.
Rosenborg sha la 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 Rosenborg sha la 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 Quioi killed you.
Oh, thanks Pure, much appreciated. I have no idea what that means, but thank you for your tribute. Yeah. Yeah, go Pure. Woo! Sha la 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 la. It sounds like you were doing like oh, I can't remember the song. Yeah, never mind. It's gone. It briefly reminded me of a song, and now I can't remember what I was trying to think about. But anyway, like I was saying, both the gold piles are fairly even, and other than that, I mean, the stone doesn't make a huge amount of difference, but since they're both playing Vikings, they'll probably want to get a castle and make some berserks later on to try and raid their opponent on the middle. On the left-hand side, Mr. Yo here, going to be losing this fight once again. Mr. Yo neglecting his bodkin arrow. It's like he just he either forgets this or he just doesn't need it. Maybe he's trying to prove a point, like, I'm too good for bodkin arrow. I think the reason why he's trying to prove a point here is because look at this Imperial time, 22 minutes 45 seconds, and he's up to the Imperial age. Unbelievable. I think 22 seconds 44 seconds 22 minutes 44 seconds, sorry. Wow. That is so fast. Lojza, not sure.
Hello, I am father. My dog is my mom.
Hello, I am father. My dog is my mum. Your mum is a bitch. Dr. Phil's mother. Wait, no. Dr. Phil. Oh, God. Sorry. I thought you were Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil's mother. I apologize. I am deeply sorry. I did not mean to call you a bitch. Thank you for the tribute. All the same. I guess that's the end of that. No more tributes from you. Oh, thanks, man. Much appreciated. Anyway, Lojza here. He is certainly not going to be as fast to the Imperial Age, but he has landed the center. He is going to be building that monastery. He's going to be looking for some relics. And we've also got Mr. Yo landing, but he's going straight up with a TC. And that is going to be on the gold there. So he's found the gold. He's got his scout around. He's going to find what's going down in town, in the center area, town, whatever. And he's not found Lojza so far, which is kind of awkward, because that's like one tiny amount of map that he's not scouted, and that is where the whole of Lojza's base is. Mr. Yo defending on the south side. And on the north, Lojza just kind of patrolling around. It's like neither of these guys want to engage. And it seems like Lojza as well, with this fast Imperial time, going up 24 minutes and 44 seconds. So Lojza is exactly 2 minutes behind Mr. Yo, going up to the Imperial Age. And that is weird. I mean, like, why would he try and go up to Imp so fast? It's pretty obvious that if Mr. Yo was going to do that, he'd be able to do it faster. Mr. Yo has got the better eco, remember. More fish and more villagers going up to the Imperial Age. He is now up. And the question is, can he afford these technologies? Well, no. I mean, he's Imperial, but he actually doesn't have Galleon coming in. There we go, finally getting Galleon. And now Bodkin Arrow is only just coming in. He doesn't actually have enough for Bracer right now. So Mr. Yo unable to get the bracers, unable to equip his ships with the attack power they need to take the advantage. But no, he will move out. Galleon's going to come in very soon. And I think Lojza's going to defend. I mean, Lojza here, not too far from the Imperial Age himself. Once again, by the time these galleys make it to the other side of the map, incredibly slow moving galleys, by the time they make it over there, well, Lojza will have Galleon himself, possibly. Well, at least he'll be in the Imperial Age, at the very least. Mr. Yo looking pretty good, though, and both players now with 1 TC in the center, but Lojza quick to build a barracks over here. Second TC coming up for Yo in the middle now as well. And it's really important to do that quite quickly, because there's not a huge amount of wood on your starting island. It does run out pretty quickly here. Obviously, both players making a lot of boats. Wood is required. Mr. Yo coming in hot. Lojza, he's Imperial, but does he have enough food to do these technologies? Well, the answer to that is no. Galleon is coming in. He has got careening, but he cannot afford Bracer, he cannot afford chemistry, and right now his food income is being a little bit deprived as Yo pushes in on the left and on the right as well. He's taking down one dock already. He's moving on to the next. Mr. Yo looks like he's going to have a huge advantage here, as he has just so much more technology available on these galleons. Lojza Galleon about to upgrade himself. What's the numbers looking like, though? Well, 45 for Yo, 49 for Lojza.
Father, stop firing rooftops on my silver bread. Turn the seatbelts on, kids. We are going home.
What's the silver bread? Turn the seatbelts on. I'm so confused. Thank you for the tribute, Dr. Phil. I think you need an award for the most... you need an award for the most nonsense tribute messages that still somehow seem to make sense. Because I don't know, there's something about that. It's like, it almost feels like there's something that oh gosh.
I'm the Scatman ski, bye da do bap do bam do bada bwi bar bar bada bo bar
Ba 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 ba.
bada bo bar ba bar da bo
Oh god.
bwi bar bar bar.
It doesn't stop. You can't stop it. Thanks Pure for the tribute, because he's the Scatman. Ba da ba da ba dee da ba ba da bob. That's how it was supposed to go. This tribute woman doesn't know anything. She's not cultured enough. She might have a really thick, strong British accent, but she is not cultured enough to understand the power of the scat man. When it's oh gosh, she has disappointed me. Really, really disappointed me. Mr. Yo, then let's have a look. How's he doing? Well, I heard a siege workshop going up. I see docks coming up as well. He's got a little bit more eco, I think, as well. Yeah, an extra 20 villagers on the map, and currently building a barracks in the middle. Lojza here trying to raid with some crossbows, and I mean Lojza's eco just nowhere near the size of Mr. Yo's at the moment. Mr. Yo on the right side, well, he's gonna be, I don't know, this is gonna be an interesting fight. It's gonna be pretty close. Lojza actually has the military advantage here. The question is, are his boats all in the same place? Well, the answer to that is obviously no. He's got some over here, but will he win this fight? It's probably not. I mean, definitely not. How can he possibly win this? There's only about 10 boats there, or so we think. How many boats are actually there? 7.
I volunteer as tribute. Thanks for 4 years of on the Wallala tubes.
On the Wallalo tubes. Thank you very much, Chris Daffer, for tributing $5. Much appreciated. He volunteers as tribute to make a tribute. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Lojza right here then, actually taking a bit of control in the middle. You got a mangonel coming out, and it doesn't matter if Mr. Yo has an extra 10 villagers.
Happy
oh gosh.
birthday, ZeroEmpires. Zach, what do you thinking about Eat the Meatball?
Thanks, Dr. Phil. Yeah, happy birthday to me. Totally. Only 3 months early. It's fine. I think about eating meatballs all the time. All the time. But saying that, my least favorite map on Age of Empires 2 is probably the meatball map. Absolutely hate that map. It's just the worst. You know, this makes me very sad whenever that map comes up because it's just so crap. But real meatballs, they're good. They're very good. Swedish meatballs are the best meatballs. Love it. Anyway, Lojza looking good on the water right now. In fact, Lojza's looking good all round. Not only is he pressuring the villagers in the middle of the map, but he is also starting to win the water out on the edge. He's got extra 20 military units. This is huge for him. This is absolutely huge. Lojza's doing awesome. I don't know if you guys heard that. It's just a massive sneeze. Like a huge sneeze. Anyway, Lojza here. We might be able to total a bunch of vills on this gold. He's coming in. He's coming in hot. He's coming in hot. Here we go. Has Mr. Yo noticed? No, he's not. Go on, Lojza. Oh, well, he went for the mangonel. Oh, wow. Nicely microed. Well played. Now he can go for the vills. The Vill's going to hide inside the TC where they cannot be hurt. And Lojza's going to lose his mangonel. That was underwhelming, to say the least. Lojza letting me down there. I really expected him to total a bunch of vills. But yeah, anyway, I mean, looking at Mr. Yo's eco, he's got so much gold. 1,700 gold, 1,700 gold. What is he going to do with all of that? I have no idea as the fight progresses to the land. And I think the awkward thing about this position, this situation, is that Lojza has all the stone here. Because the stone is on the north of this island.
My balls if I want the Cookie Monster bread sauce.
Dr. Phil can cut off his balls and make some perfect Swedish meatballs. Awesome, Dr. Phil. You can serve them to me on a platter if you like, and I will taste them and tell you how juicy they are. Oh, God. Why am I saying this? This is just gonna end up biting me later on. Thanks for the donation all the same. You're having a lot of fun with this. That's what it's all about. It's all about having fun. Mr. Yo right now, still feeling the heat on the land. He really is. On the water as well. He's still looking a little shaky. Although he has pushed Lojza back on the left-hand side. I mean, there's 3 docks here as well, kind of providing a few more, you know, production buildings to make boats from. But on the land, I mean, he is struggling to keep the wood income here. It's like these villagers are constantly being harassed, and how the hell has Mr. Yo got a castle? Well, I guess it's the stone on his home island helping him to do that. Now, a castle coming up for both players, Lojza as well, and now we're going to start seeing a bit of a treb war, I think, as both players are going to want to build some trebs out here. Maybe, though, maybe, just maybe, Lojza will go for capped ram instead of doing a treb. But no, I'm wrong. He's going to do a treb anyway. And Lojza, his gold is a little low at the moment, and I'm concerned about that. I mean, his main gold here, 450 gold remaining, and, well, plenty of stone. But the gold is looking pretty dicey for him at the moment. 2 trebs coming out, very little gold remaining. He's actually kind of losing his advantage in military here. Mr. Yo closing that gap a little bit. He's 4 boats behind, which is really not a huge amount, and he can actually really pull this one really far into his favor if he manages to keep his military production up and all that good stuff. And at this rate, it looks like he will, because, like I say, he's got a lot more gold in the bank. Lojza needs to get this gold here, and he must know it's there. He's scouted it, yeah. So, I mean, he's got no excuse. No excuse, Lojza. No excuse. He needs to get the gold. He's moving in on the castle, though. However, there is a mangonel behind here, so it's unlikely. In fact, there's 2 mangonels behind here, so it's unlikely that that capped ram will do any damage whatsoever. And with the galleons here from Yo, he's going to take down Lojza's treb as well if Lojza's not careful. Lojza's got an answer to that. That's his own galleons, and he's coming in on the right hand side, so that is going to be enough to potentially keep his treb alive, but he will lose his castle either way, and now Lojza's in a bit of trouble. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's like, right, I've had enough of attacking your castle. I'll attack these trees instead. They deserve it more. Mangonel's coming in. We know what's going to happen. Well, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect the trebs to be so accurate. Both trebs sniping the mangonels. Okay, Lojza keeping his trebs alive for another day. But still, they're going to go down eventually, surely, once Mr. Yo hits those shots. I think Lojza getting very lucky with the RNG there. But still, Lojza here, so much stone. Look at this. He's got... yeah, he's got 26 villagers right here trying to mine a single stone mine. God, that is messy. 26 vills mining a single stone mine. That's disappointing, to say the least. He needs to go and get villagers out to this gold pile over here. And Lojza now down to 98 population, whilst Mr. Yo is up on 148. I think Lojza's getting overwhelmed. This is it for him right now. He's 30 military behind. He's lost his castle. He's building another one, but he's lost his trebs to defend it. Mr. Yo has so many more resources in the bank. He's winning the water, and he's just looking good overall. I mean, he's just looking good, isn't he? Let's be honest. Why, oh why, is Lojza not going for this gold? I don't know, and I just feel like that is a huge missed opportunity for him. It's just, yeah, it's pointless. Absolutely pointless to not go for it. And I think he's almost thrown this game because of that. 3 trebs for Mr. Yo here. Immediately going to be deployed on this castle. Immediately going to take it down. Bring it low on HP. And Mr. Yo is essentially closing this game out. He can start making some berserks. He can start raiding here on the land. Who knows? He's building a castle out on this hill. And Lojza's not giving it up just yet, but I think he needs to very soon. He's going to have to obviously keep fighting on, but with another castle coming up here, he's basically going to lock out this gold for the rest of the game. And Lojza is just fodder at the moment. It's GG. He knows it. And Mr. Yo going to get this win, which is a really important win for him, because now Mr. Yo can, well, basically, next game, because it's 2-1 to Mr. Yo, he can win it. He can win this series if he wins the next game. Lojza, however, well, his opportunity to win is now gone. He can only draw. That's the best he can do, is draw now. So Lojza, with that game, basically his chances of getting 3rd place in this event have been dashed. Mr. Yo will probably be able to secure 3rd. Maybe. He might get 4th, but he will finish ahead of Lojza, I think. And with the 4th game about to come up, we'll have to wait and see if Lojza can manage to pull out a draw. It really did look like Lojza was going to actually be able to take that game at one point. He had a lot of water control. He was getting very aggressive on the land. It looked like he had the edge. But Mr. Yo managed to hold on and push it right back. So we'll play to him. In fact, we'll play to both. But Mr. Yo going to be victorious. And that means it's 2-1 to him at the moment. Let me just... there we go. Update the scoreboard here for you guys. It's 2-1 to Yo. 4th and final game coming right up, and that is going to be on the random map pack. One of my favourite map packs, actually, because it's just so crazy. So random. Lel.